Hey guys, Alex here, back again doing another review. I'm doing WrestleMania 19. I got the show a while ago. It was along with WrestleMania 3. I got WrestleMania 3 double pack with the Macho Man DVD. And I got this with the Brock Lesnar DVD, and I got it for $10, which is a steal. This is easily like the second best WrestleMania of all time, next to 17, which was probably arguably universally the best by many people. But this show is incredible. First match on the card was a Cruiserweight Championship between Matt Hardy, the champion, and Rey Mysterio. Very fast-paced, action-packed match. Crowd got really hot during it. Great way to start the show. Only problem was it was only 6 minutes long, which really, really sucked. If this had been given 3 more minutes, I would have given it probably a 3 1/4. But for only 6 minutes, I'll give it 2 3/4. Really, really fun match. It just really showed the possibilities and how good these two work together. Really a shame. Then we had probably the worst match in the card. Undertaker and Nathan Jones versus Big Show and A-Train. This is basically actually a handicap match because Nathan Jones got taken out during the pre-show. So was Undertaker versus Big Show and A-Train. And actually, I will say right now that a lot of people underrate this match. I was expecting garbage. It was actually a good match for what was there. Undertaker worked pretty well and basically using control. It was a pretty fun match and crowd was into it. I will say the Undertaker showed a lot of mobility and pretty good wrestling, and then when the heels were in charge, it was kind of boring, but I'll give credit where credit's due. They worked a pretty decent match here. Interference at the end was dumb because basically Nathan Jones wasn't officially in the match and he attacked the Big Show and A-Train in front of the ref, and the ref didn't disqualify it. Whatever, not a big deal. I'll give it 2 stars though. Next was the triple threat match for the Women's Championship between Victoria, Jazz, and Trish Stratus. This was a very good match. Great back and forth. A lot of good near falls. A lot of them. They're really, really nice. Definitely 3 of the best women workers at the time. Really, really fun. And this was a damn good way to have a women's match on the card. And very, very fun. 3 stars. Definitely worth watching. Then we had a triple threat match for the WWE Tag Team titles between Charlie Haas and Shawn, the champions, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero, and Chris Benoit and Rhyno. Again, a lot of action, bell to bell. A few nice back and forths. We like seeing Eddie and Chris Benoit get in the ring together. That was kind of cool. Nothing special. Ending was alright because World's Greatest Tag Team cheated to win or just stole a victory. Really short though, especially for the guys involved in this, which is a shame, but whatever. 3 stars. Then we had the match of the night. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Just phenomenal back and forth. I mean, this was really, really great. Told a great story. Shawn Michaels kind of stealing some of HBK's moves and, really, really determined to beat him and just fitting this whole storyline, and just great job by him. Near the end, they really sold the exhaustion of the match and the fatigue very well. Just really a thing of beauty. Great chemistry between these two guys. I'm so glad they had a feud later in 2008, which was a great feud. Very nice. Probably the last feud that WWE really took their time with. I mean, they stretched it out from I think Backlash all the way to No Mercy. So that's a 6-month feud or 8-month feud, which is an eternity for WWE. That's a really great feud, and it was a very good one too. A+ though. I mean, I feel like I could give it 5 stars, but I just don't think it hit that level, But I'll give it 4 3/4, just barely under 5 stars in my opinion. Next, we had the World Heavyweight Championship match between Triple H and Booker T. This is another match I think a lot of people look down on, but I had a lot of fun watching it actually. I think that during the time, this is one of Triple H's better defenses. I mean, he really worked his ass off in this match, I think. Definitely some great storytelling and nice selling. Didn't at the end, they played the finish nice, where Booker T's legs basically gave out of him because Triple H was working him through the later part of the match, and Triple H hit the pedigree, but then Booker T laid there forever, and then Triple H finally crawled over, barely got his arm over him, and then that was the pin. It's well, I feel like they could have done a little bit better. I would have preferred if it's just pedigree pin or whatever instead of just that long and then barely a pin. So I don't know. I guess it works for the fatigue, the guys being worn out, whatever. And also, I think that Booker T, especially with the storyline, should have won it here, and apparently he was going to, but then Triple H decided not to let him win, blah, blah, blah. Triple H did that a lot during this time. Also, I'm going to say right now, the commentary on this match kind of sucks because King just keeps ridiculing Booker T, and JR gets tired of putting over his shit during the show, but whatever. Good match though, very very good. 3.5. If it had been if Booker T had won, I think I might have gave it, or the finish had been better, I think I might have gave it maybe 4 stars even. Then we had the street fight, the 20 years in the making, Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon. A lot of fun watching this one too. I mean, very nice brawl, nice hardcore spots, good storytelling. Vince McMahon's facial expressions in this match were perfect. I mean, there's this one where like he comes up from like the ring side, like with a pipe in his hand, like he's got blood in his face, and just the most evil face you've ever seen Vince McMahon pull off, and just very very good from him. Vince McMahon always was a a great guy at selling a storyline and selling facial expressions. Piper's interference was a nice little touch. It didn't really. It was like he's there, he hits Hogan, he walks away. It's like kind of pointless, but it was cool. The crowd liked it, and the crowd was really into Hogan's comeback. And very fun match though. 3.5 again, very good match. Then we had Stone Cold and The Rock. This was all leading about The Rock wanting to beat Stone Cold at a WrestleMania for the first time because they've had 2 matches before, and Stone Cold won them both. This is a great match too. I mean, nice storytelling with The Rock. Like he worked over Austin's knees, and then at the finish, like he just becomes like so irritated that he can't put the Stone Cold down, and really frustrated. You really understand like he's desperately trying to get this goal accomplished. So I really like that a lot. Stone Cold was just just being his typical Stone Cold, just beating the hell out of The Rock, wanting to get his hands on him. Nice back and forth throughout the match. I mean, these two guys, great chemistry. I mean, they've worked together for years, so that's what you expect. And the ending was was really good. Like just really put over how tough Austin was, and great way to end the it's really a nice way of these two having their last match together. So 4 stars, definitely great. Probably better than a WrestleMania 15 match, I think. Then we had the main event, the WWE Championship between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. Just pure awesome. I mean, this was great. It's exactly what you expected. I mean, these two guys were born to have matches together. Perfect mixture of chemistry, perfect back and forth, great storytelling. Angle working over Brock Lesnar's ribs, Lesnar just fighting through and everything, just great. If the ending hadn't been botched with the shooting star press, probably would have been a little bit higher, but because it would just been like an awesome, like holy shit, like that's how But that being said, great match. Definitely a great way to end the show, and probably one of the best matches at the end of WrestleMania for a while. Just phenomenal. 4.5. Great. I cannot talk high enough about this WrestleMania. I mean, I enjoyed every single match on this card. Every single match was good, except for they had the stupid cat fight thing. I didn't even talk about that because it's pointless. Just skip it. It's like 2 minutes long and no one cares. But this show is definitely one of the WrestleManias you need to check out. I mean, I cannot recommend this one higher. This is probably my second favorite WrestleMania. Cannot recommend it higher though. 9.75 out of 10. If the opener had been better, and maybe Booker T had won, and just little things that tweaked it, I might have given it a 10. But just phenomenal from top to bottom. I mean, look at the ratings on this match. This show, I can't recommend this show higher. And I got it for $10. So if you can find it for even 20, I definitely recommend picking it up. You won't be disappointed. Alright, that's it for now, guys. Take care. Bye.